Hello and welcome everyone. I hope everyone can hear me clear and loud. I am Sonia, your training course admin. So welcome Adini Alpha. Sorry guys if I spell your name wrong. Welcome Mr. Blessed. Nice to see you. Mr. Dennis, Mr. Elias, Emmanuel, Eric Johnson, Jay, John, Lesotho, Marvida, Amen. So welcome guys. Welcome to the session. If anyone have any question, kindly write in the chat window. So we will answer. I hope everyone can clear about today's class. And this class is very useful for your IT networking professional career. So it's very good opportunity. It's a 2 days free short course. Okay. And our session agenda is Cisco Packet Tracer simulation software with lab, your question and answer, and lecture on IP and MAC addressing with practical lecture on IP classes, networking troubleshooting, and live your quizzes. So instructor will unmute you in the end for live session for your question and answer. So you can ask question to instructor. He will explain you, okay? And thank you guys for joining a bit earlier. Today, our instructor, Mr. Arman, he's very good instructor. He's CCI level and he's Cisco instructor as well. So guys, if anyone have any question, you can write here.
Hi everyone, guys. Welcome to the 2 days cybersecurity short session.
It's CCNA.
CCNA short session, and Shomi says got it. Anyone has any question, guys? Please feel free to ask if you have any questions. Blessed says welcome, guys. So Blessed, you have joined the session, brother. Okay. So Blessed, you can unmute, brother. That's why I said 3 hours later our meeting.
Yes, sure.
Because I was about to start this session, Blessed. That's why I said after 3 hours. So hopefully I'll finish and then we can have our discussion. CDB says, good evening. I have a question. Yes, CDB, sure. What question do you have? So CDB, you can unmute. We still have easy time because the session has not started yet. CDB, you want to unmute and ask, or you want to write in Zoom chat? Up to you.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
brother.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. I'm so happy to be on this meeting today. My question is that I've heard that there is a new CN that has came out different from the old one.
Sorry, your voice was not clear, brother. Can you ask again? What is the question?
Okay, I said that I heard that the new CCN has came out that is a bit different from the old one.
No, the CCNA changed in February 2020. After that, we are hearing as well that the new CCNA is coming, but it has not come out yet. So as soon as it comes, we will be the first one to know about it.
Okay.
So we will inform you guys immediately about that, about the new syllabus, new changes, because we are official Cisco Academy.
Okay. That's my first question. My second question is that about the international certification. How can you help people to get that one?
Yes. So after training, you have to go for an exam with Cisco. So
Mhm.
how to go about that? This is your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. And the most relevant question of this whole session. This is what I was going to explain in the session also. So let me explain now. Guys, we have to do the training. So you need to go to a training school in your city online like us or an official academy like us. So after that, you do exam with us, you get a certificate from NetworkWalks, which is also internationally valid. But some companies, they say, okay, we also want Cisco certificate, that Cisco must certify this person has passed CCNA. For that one, you have to pay to Cisco $300, right, brother?
Yes, okay, yes.
Yes. So we will prepare you. We will give you exam questions after we finish this training course. We also offer 3 months long courses. Today is just an extra class, just a free session for the
Okay.
awareness. But we also offer proper CCNA training courses, which are about 3 months. So we teach you in 3 months. We give you official study materials. We enroll you into Cisco's NetAcad. And end of that training, you get a discount voucher that instead of paying 300 for the exam, you will pay only $125 for the exam to Cisco. So it's a big discount from Cisco, around $175. But you have to get the sponsorship of an official academy like us. So we will
Okay.
enroll you. So we also offer that kind of course. I will explain during the session. If you want, I can share that course page also with you. You can go through it. So the training fees and discount voucher and exams and everything is covered in $99. So that course you can also join if you are interested. But today and tomorrow, this is a free course. It's a free short course. It's not full CCNA, definitely. It's like a short course in which we study about CCNA, about networking topics, so that you guys can do self-study or you can join our long courses. So if you are interested, CDB, the next batch is starting, I think, end of this month. You can share your number. Admin will guide you about that. So it's a very good overall thing, because if you go yourself, you will pay 300 to Cisco. If you go through us, you will pay 125 only. So it's a big saving.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sharing the link in your Zoom chat, so you can go through this course page.
Okay.
And then
All
you
right.
can write here that if you are interested. So $99 covers everything.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll also explain with the slides. I have prepared a slide during this session. I'll explain to you in the end.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Sidibe. Anyone else? Any question, guys, before we start? I know we have taken like 10 minutes over the agreed time, but some guys are sending message to the admin that we are still joining. So please allow some time. Tomorrow, please be in time and we will start in time, guys, whoever is late today. So there, let me see who is there. There is Ace. If you guys want, you can share a short introduction in the Zoom chat about yourself, from where you are joining, and something about you. Are you a working professional or a student? So Ace is there. There is Alpha Adeniyi. There is Bashiru Shaibu. There is Pedro. There is Calvin's, Omiti, there is Demi. Sorry if I spell any name wrong because this is first time I'm talking to you guys. And there is Eric Johnson, Eric Beffer Johnson. Welcome, Eric Johnson. Mervi says I'm from Congo, Kinshasa. Welcome, Mervi. We have students every month from Congo, DRC, and the other one, Republic of Congo. And who is with us? There is David, there is Dennis, Demi, Demi, Leah, Ola. Then there is Calvin's, there is Pedro, there is Emmanuel, Elsie, Emmanuel Nearco, Eric Johnson, Jay, Dennis from Jinja. Also, guys, you can write what do you do? Are you a working professional or you are a student? Or student of what? Maybe don't write any personal information, just a general, that I am a student from studying IT, studying computer science. I'm Calvin from, Calvin's from Kenya. I'm a student. Welcome, Calvin's. Dennis says, Dennis from Jinja, Uganda. Welcome. There is John. There is Jay. There is Lesotho. There is Lincoln. There is Mark. There is Marvida, Mervi, Michael, Igbuan. So today's session will be very informative, guys. Just stay a few more minutes. We are about to start. Yeah, GB Patrick. There is MN. There is Odakina. There is Olufisa, there is Oppo, there is Precious, Ogude, there is Samsung SM. I think this is phone name. So you can also write in Zoom chat Samsung. There is say Ali Stephen, there is Sekini, there is CDB, there is Techno Mobile, Techno. These are phone names actually. So you can write in Zoom chat about you. Tabang, there is Temple, there is Themba, and Tonin. So thank you guys for joining. I can see a good audience tonight. So there is Thabang. I am recent graduate with a bachelor degree. Very good. Mervi says engineering manager at ZTE DRC. Very good. Mervi, I was also working in Huawei previously, which is a sister company of ZTE. ZTE is government and Huawei is like a private company from China. Ibenzer from Nigeria. Okay, Dennis is IT officer. Very nice. Eric, I'm working as a... So we have a nice audience, mostly working professionals, I can see. Bashiru from Nigeria, working as IT officer. And then there is say Muhammad Ali from Nigeria. There is Esther from Nigeria, working professional IT engineer. Neoja, Patrick from Ghana of ICT. Okay, very nice. Gideon. Okay, very nice, guys. So thank you. Please keep writing and we will start the session. Just give me 2 minutes and we will start the session now. So admin, you can take over and then I'll be back.
Thank you, Mr. Arman. Thank you for the very good introduction as well. Thank you guys for joining. And in 1 to 2 minutes, we will start the session, okay? Kindly check your mic, your internet, everything. Thank you guys for joining. Enjoy today's class. And in the end, instructor will unmute you and ask your question, okay?
Going to be about questions and answer session. First of all, part number 1 would be about that. I have prepared these slides for you in which I will be answering that what is the difference between old and new CCNA. Has the syllabus changed? If it has changed, then what are the changes as well? What are the certification scheme? I am interested in cybersecurity. Some of you told me that you are interested in data center. So how to go about that? What are the new levels of CCNA specialist, CCNP? So I'll explain that. How many levels are there? Can I go for CCNA security? Can I not go for that? How to renew? Can I go for directly for CCNP? And then also the training courses you guys have asked as well. I'll explain. What is the average salary after doing the CCNA in which country? And which simulation software tools can we use to go for self-study or with training courses that we are offering every month? Who should do CCNA, who is eligible? So I have prepared all of these actually, and what is the difference between. So this one, and after that, the second topic of today would be about Cisco Packet Tracer, which is a simulation software, because this is something which I have received a lot from you guys. Our social media teams, they have received a lot of requests from your side. You ask that show us how to use Cisco Packet Tracer or any other simulation software for self-study or for training courses. So I'll go through with you. There is a practical lab. There is a PowerPoint as well, which I have prepared for you, in which I have explained how to use Cisco Packet Tracer, different parts I will be explaining briefly, and then I'll be answering to your questions that how to use this software. Then there will be a lab as well. These ones, IP address and MAC address. So all our labs are usually in this format. And how to configure IP address, MAC address on a switch and a router. So we will start with very basic. So we have to enable step by step. This is the task. This is the topology. And step number 1, step number 2, you guys can follow this one and do your configuration after today. And then tomorrow session, you can ask me the questions again. If you will still be left with something, you can ask me tomorrow. Also, we will study about OSPF. We will go through the OSPF lab as well. We'll go through this packet tracer lab. So there is a lot which we have to cover. And please allow me if it goes a little bit above 1 hour. Then there will be lecture on IP classes, lecture on OSPF. Also with all of these, there will be a live quiz as well. You will attempt the quiz so that you have real-time experience. There will be home assignments as well, which you guys will complete and send to us. And this whole course is free today and tomorrow, just like all previous courses which I showed you, MPLS and all of that. But there are paid training courses as well, because this one we are covering some topic. And then there are full training courses which are going on every month as well. If you like our training today and tomorrow, then you can also join the full training courses. We are doing CCNA, we are doing specialist. So let's start today's lecture. You will receive, yes, O'Brien, many people have asked, will we get the certificate? So yes, you will get the result assessment, which you can print and you can use as proof of participation, because I understand some of you might need the proof of participation as well, so that you can keep it as record as well. Email is not needed, bro Abraham. Nothing is needed from your side. Please do not share. Otherwise, you will get a lot of spam emails from other people. So no need to share the email address. Everything will be shared into your group already, right? So let's start today. Okay, first of all, your questions and answers. Let me take few minutes on those, and you are more than welcome to ask the questions, but please write the question briefly and to the point what we are discussing, so that I can read quickly and I can answer while I am explaining as well. Because if the text is too long with error, with spelling mistakes, and it is not relevant, then it becomes difficult, and other people, they feel irrelevant that we are talking something else. So let's keep the discussion relevant also, right? So first of all, what is CCNA? CCNA is a certification by a vendor which is called as Cisco, right? So let me answer that quickly. CCNA is called as Cisco Certified Network Associate, means it is the beginner level, beginner to intermediate level certification. Means in your university, in your college, if you are studying about computer science, if you are studying about information technology, if you are studying about telecommunication, you are studying theoretically, right? You don't know anything about industry, about how MTN works, how Vodafone works, how AT&T, British Telecom, all those companies, how their ISPs work. So CCNA and these certification, they give you practical experience, so that when you go for an interview, then you can present that certificate, and then your interviewer understands that yes, you have good industry knowledge as well. You have some hands-on experience as well. And once they hire you, you will be able to work on their routers and switches on their IP networks as well. So it gives you good chances of getting the job. It is a plus point. It is not a guarantee. It is not 100% guarantee to get the job, but it is a very good plus point to start the job. Email is not needed, Mr. Daniel and Stanley. Like I said, please do not write email address, because you will get spam messages otherwise if you are writing. So that is called CCNA, which is by Cisco. Cisco is an organization which manufactures routers and switches. After that, you guys have been asking the question to me that I can still see people are writing email. Please do not write email address, guys. So CCNA is a certification, and recently it has changed. This is one of the questions. So section number 1, section number 1, I am answering to your questions which you guys have been asking until now. So the main question you have been asking that what is new CCNA and what has changed in the new CCNA. So previously, if somebody wanted to go for the CCNA exam after training, you were going for this old exam, right? CCNA 200-125. But now if somebody wants to go for exam, then you have to go for this new exam only, which is called CCNA 200-301. The code has changed. Previously, there were these exam topics which have changed now. Now, if you want to go for exam and training, no need to go for this one. You have to go with this new exam and certification, which some topics have been removed, some have been added, and then the major change which has happened is about this automation and programmability. Now, no company in industry wants you if you only know about routers and switches and you can do only some configuration. You have to know Python programming, you have to know JSON programming, you have to know the automation as well. And yes, there are labs as well on automation and programmability as well, right? So this is the new part which has been added by Cisco. And why have they added, why they made all these changes? Because industry needs those engineers. It is the requirement of industry because industry has changed a lot. If you remember around the year 1995, there were no mobile phones, there were no ISPs, no MTN, nothing. Only there were telephone providers. Then the year came around 2000 when the mobile phones, they started, the telephone, internet, everything came through. Then the year 2010, every home has around one mobile phone. Now the year comes 2020. Now you have a mobile phone, your sister, brother, your parents have mobile phones. So average house is spending more than $1 per day on the mobile phones, on internet connection, on Netflix, on YouTube. So it means there is a huge revenue. But to run those networks, the industry needs good engineers as well with new skills. That's why industry is changing, technical skills are changing, the jobs requirement is changing. I have heard many people saying there are less jobs now, difficult situation, this. But you can see that this coronavirus, this pandemic has increased the speed when we were going towards the online world. Now shopping is online, food is online, everything is going online. Entertainment is online, even funerals are online, even, family meetings are online. And then there is a big revenue. So if you are a good engineer, you have more jobs as compared to other industries. So IT, telecom, computer science is the best thing to do in next few years. And CCNA is one of the best certification, one of the best point to start those ones. But I will not spend much time in talking all of that. Maybe we can have one-to-one discussion as well. So this is a change in CCNA. It has changed. New exam code is 200-301. Okay, so this was all about new and old CCNA. Now the certification scheme has changed actually by Cisco. It looks a bit complex, but it is not too complex. Let me answer, even if you don't understand, no problem. So at the base level, we have basically 4 certification levels. The first level is called as CCNA. When you want to start your career in IT, in Cisco, in CCNA, the first level is called as CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate. Means after you do the training, you pass this exam, you become the associate. Then the second level is called as specialist, third level is called as CCNP, and fourth is after passing the lab. So 4 levels in total. There is no CCNP, switch, route, troubleshooting. There is not that kind of exams. There is 1 core exam and 6 concentration choices. So 1 core and 6 concentration choices. Then some of you have been asking me a lot that I am interested in cybersecurity. I am interested in hacking and ethical hacking. So what should I do? So you have to start your basics with CCNA, this new one. You can do the training or you can do your self-study. After you are done with this one, then you have 5 choices. You have 5 tracks which you can go through. The first track brings you towards the enterprise. This is the first track. Second track is about security. If you want to go for cyber security, you have to choose this track. If you are interested in MTN, in Vodafone, in British Telecom, Glotel, all of those companies, then you should go for service provider, in which you study about ISPs, you study about MPLS and all of that. You start with CCNA, then you move. If you are interested in voice over IP collaboration, this is your track. If you are interested in Google, Amazon, these kind of data center companies and their brokers, then you have to go for this one. So this is all about the certification. So 4 levels and 5 choices of the tracks. That's all. Before there were many different tracks, different levels, different choices, but Cisco has simplified. Then this one is all about software. This is not for network engineers, not for us. This is for pure programmers. Yes, these slides will be shared with you guys. Don't worry. All these materials which we study today, all the labs, they will be shared with you in the group if they have not been shared. So don't worry. Let's study, let's discuss, let's try to understand and use this time fruitfully instead of worrying about recording, worrying about, because this is a common tendency. Even the people who will be recording today, or you will never watch it, you can bet with me. So better we focus in here and we try to learn something instead of recording, instead of trying to get materials, all of that. Because materials are useless if we don't understand them. So admins will share all the materials, and if anybody misses those materials, so there is a number. Let me show you the number again. If you are worried about materials, about recording anything. So this is the number, guys. Anybody who will not receive the material, please talk to admin anytime, right? So you will receive, don't worry. 222218, right? 4 times 2 and then 18. You can talk to them, because I saw many messages from the people. They are not worried what we are discussing. They are worried about the materials and all of that. But if we don't understand the material, they are not useful. So let's make it very useful. Even if you miss a material recording, you can talk to admin anytime. Is it okay, right, guys? So I think we should calm down now. You will receive all the materials. You can talk to me. You can talk to admin anytime. Okay. So this is all the certification scheme. And then there are 4 levels, like I explained. So you start your career with CCNA, step number 1. You go for specialist level. You go for CCNP level. You go for CCIE, the highest level. So these are 4 levels with Cisco certifications. If you have any question, please write in the chat window. Another question you guys have been asking, can I do CCNA security? Can I do CCNA service provider? The answer to the question is no. Before, you could go directly at CCNA level for the security. You could go for cloud. You could go for data center wireless. But now Cisco has stopped everything. Admin, please paste my number in the chat window and admin's number as well, so that people can copy. Then now they said, okay, guys, everything has been stopped. If you want to go for, you have to go for CCNA Enterprise, which is CCNA 200-301. That's the only available option now. So new single track. So you start your career. From here, it becomes very easy. Another thing you guys have been asking, can I do CCNP? Can I do specialist directly? The answer to the question is yes. In old scheme, you could not do this one. You had to go for CCNA first, and after that, you had to go for CCNP or other levels. Now, in the new certification scheme, you can directly go for the CCNA. This can be your starting point in your career, and you can go for specialist as well. This can be your starting point as well. So you are more free now in this new scheme. Okay, and then you have been asking some other question. Yes, which tools and software we can use to do the self-study or the training as well. So you can use Cisco Packet Tracer. This is the best tool which we are going through today as well. There is a lecture after this one. Please do not miss that one and stay connected. This is called Cisco Packet Tracer. This is a simulation software. Means just like when you fly a plane, you have to do some simulation. Similarly here, before you start working on Vodafone, before you start working on Glotel or any other network in the world, you have to have some practice so that you don't make mistakes in the live network and make harm to them. This is called simulation software. So you do extensive practice and learning and training on this one, and then you go for the live network. So Cisco Packet Tracer, I would recommend. After you are expert on that one, the next one is to go for GNS3, because some features which are not there in Cisco Packet Tracer are found in GNS3. It gives us more live experience. Cisco Packet Tracer is by Cisco officially. GNS3 is an open source by an engineer like you and me. He made for the fellow people. Then Wireshark for the packet level analysis. We also are having a free training course like that on Wireshark. You guys can join. And then EVNG, Virl, there are many. But you guys must start with Cisco Packet Tracer. I have already shared the link with you guys how to download and use that one as well. Then study resources, you can use video lecture, you can use cheat sheets, you can use official books, simulation software, quizzes, and all of that we will go through today. I'll show you how to use them as well. So what is CCNA? It is an entry-level IT certification from Cisco system, and it is vendor specific, and mainly it focuses on networking technologies and IT telecommunication computer source. So how you go for that? First you do the training, then you do extensive practice, and then you attempt the exam and you get the certificate. So this is the way how we go with any certification. Now major question, who should do the CCNA? Everybody can do the CCNA. If you are a network professional, if you are an IT engineer, if you are a network engineer, network technician, IT admin, telecom engineer, yes, CCNA is a must on your CV. It gives your CV very good chance to be on the top. Then if you are a student of computer science, IT, telecommunication, then yes, you should do CCNA. Now the question is, if it is computer science, if it is IT or telecom, why should I do CCNA? Because what are you studying in CCNA? You are studying about IP addresses, which we are going to study today and tomorrow as well. You will understand that. You are studying about the connectivity. You are studying about Wi-Fi. You are studying about OSPF routing protocol. You are studying about BGP. You are studying all of that, right? So if you don't know these things, even if you don't know what is IP address, tomorrow you will go for the job after doing your computer science or IT degree. So how will you work? How will you connect the computers together? How will you share data if you don't know? How will you troubleshoot IP addresses? So CCNA gives you that capability, and it is a positive impact on your CV for the job applications as well. If you are a manager, IT manager, telecom manager, and you have spent a lot of time, then still you need to do CCNA so that you have a good technical background and you can talk to your manager. Another question, who is eligible to do the CCNA? Everybody is eligible to do the CCNA. Cisco has made, they have designed this course in a way that you don't face any issues. So you can go here, prerequisite, you can check yourself, prerequisite of CCNA. So you can see here, there is no formal prerequisites for CCNA, but you just need to have a basic understanding and you need to have a passion about the CCNA. So there are no prerequisites for the CCNA. It means everybody can do CCNA. The course has been designed in such a way. Okay. And why should we do? I already explained to you guys already. Then there are many other certifications as well. Other than CCNA, for example, Huawei is also offering HCIA, Juniper is offering JNCIA, there is Network Plus, A Plus as well from CompTIA, as well there is Nokia NRS1, but I would recommend to start with CCNA. Why? Because CCNA is by Cisco and it is highest in the, it has highest ranking in the market. Once you have Cisco CCNA on your CV, it gives better impact as compared to those ones as well. And it has almost 80% same syllabus as compared to the others as well. Only the CLI part, the configuration part is different. Theoretically, all topics are almost same. No better you join live, Mr. Welcome. Okay. So which industry we can join after CCNA? We can join information technology, we can join telecommunication, finance, mining, everywhere, because computers are everywhere. And when computers are there, you need to connect them together. So that's why you need to have an understanding of the network. And you can, which jobs we can apply after CCNA, we can apply for network engineer, network admin, IT technician, IT manager, desktop network support engineer, and all of that. Aminu says, I'm sonographer. Yes, Aminu, any industry. So because when you are doing sonography, then your machines are being connected through IP addresses. So you need to have a little bit understanding of the networking as well. And which companies we can join? So we can join telecom carriers like Vodafone, like MTN, like all major providers, IT solution services companies, banks, because they have security systems as well. They have computer system. All banking is online now. Any brand, because they have online shopping, they have IT infrastructure, any food chains. So any company which has computer, in simple words. So it means your application ability is very wide after doing this one, after doing good telecommunication. Okay, so these were some of the questions I prepared for you guys. Now you guys can ask and I'll be answering. Let's go to our lectures of today. So this was part number 1, guys, like I explained. So let me re-explain to the people who have just joined again. So today what we are going to study, this was the first part in which I was taking your questions and answers about certification. So I prepared these slides. Now the second part, I will show you how to use the simulation software, and we will go through a practical lab as well, that how to use that software. After that, there will be a lecture, and we'll try to make the session a little bit above 1 hour. And then tomorrow we continue whatever will be left today. So please do not miss tomorrow, and then join the lectures tomorrow as well. And it's free for everyone. Okay, so let's move to the second point of agenda today, which is about Cisco Packet Tracer simulation software. It is a simulation software which is called Packet Tracer. It is official by Cisco Networking Academy. So in this software, let me open it as well in parallel so that you have practical aspect as well, that how to use this one. Give me a second. This one, and then in here, yeah. The Packet Tracer software, it goes like that. You have to download and install. After that, you click on it, it will open up for you. It is called Cisco Packet Tracer software. I'm saying again because people were asking a lot of questions about it. And the version which we are using is called version 7.3. So please do not use other old versions. Otherwise, it will give you trouble when you will be opening these labs, which we will give you today. So you have to wait for this guest login, this one in here. And then you can click on guest, confirm guest, right? So it opens the software for you. This is called Cisco Packet Tracer software. Go to help and about. You can see which version is this one. This is version 7.3 if you see in the left bottom part, right? So this software gives us the ability to simulate the devices. Means we can drag the routers from here. You just take one router and drag it through here. Let me zoom in. You drag another router from here, go to PCs. You can drag one computer from here. You can drag a laptop from here. You can drag a server from here. Then you click on the cables. You can connect these routers together. You can connect them together and then you can practice them. They give you like a real experience. Okay, no problem. So we click on the computers in here, go to desktop. So this is just like your normal computer desktop. Click on the IP configuration. You can configure IP address. Click on the command prompt. So here you can try to ping 10.0.0.1. So you can try all of these live experiences as well. You can also write show IP config, so it shows you all the details as well. And then you can click on these routers, click on CLI, enable show version. So it gives us the live experience. We will do some labs today and tomorrow mainly using this one. So this is called Cisco Packet Tracer, and we can use it to simulate our network so that we can practice it as well. So this is Packet Tracer software. Back to our lecture of today, which is used for the simulation as well, right? So it is a simulation software by Cisco, which we use for the practice of CCNA simulation and all of that. It is used by all networking academies and instructors to start with, and it can be used for self-study, and it is the best to follow the procedures as well. and pre-designed labs. Because if you try to do yourself, then it gives you a lot of extra time, but better you use our labs or any labs which are available, but they should be proper. Don't go with the labs because the topology will not match and you will face a lot of problems and wasting your time. So there are different parts of packet tracer software. On the left side, you will find these menus, right? So let me just enable the pointer as well so that I can tell you what I am saying. This one. Okay, so here in the menu, you can see we have file edit option. Just like a normal software, we have all these menus as well, which we can create a lab, we can save a lab as well, right? And then we have this draw and edit. So here we can draw the topology, we can delete a topology, we can add the label, we can draw few things. I will show you as well. Then here we have all the devices. This is the most important part on the lower left, where we have all the devices. Let me show you. So here we have file menu. We can create new file. We can save a file. We can print the topology as well. Edit, we have options, preferences. We can go there, zoom in, zoom out, just like a normal software, nothing special in here. Then here, we can, if we want to delete something, click on the delete button and bring that one and click on the device. It will delete something. If you want to draw, for example, you want to draw it like that so that it gives you good idea. You can also make some drawings as well. If you want to write something in the label, you can write IP address. For example, IP is 1.1.1, right? Like this. Please don't write your email address, guys. Admins will share with you. You can send a WhatsApp message if you miss, but they will share themselves with you after the lecture today. Don't worry about that. So there are many things, but the most important part which makes it different from other software is this part on the lower left, this one. So here we have routers and switches. We can drag the routers, we can use them. We have computers, we have servers, we have laptops, we have switches, we have telephones, we can connect them together like that, and we will do in our today's lab as well. Then we have routers and switches. So the recommended one, which I would recommend you guys when you are starting the study. So I would recommend you use this router and switch. So you can use 2960 switch and 2811 router, which is there in the, so use this router, drag this one into the topology, and you can start using this one as well. Because they give you the better experience and they have less complex things as well. Then we have computers and end devices as well. We have computer, laptop, server, voice over IP phones. You can click in here and click on end devices, drag them, and you can use. Then cabling, better you use this automatic cable, the first option. So when you are connecting, what I am saying actually, so when you want to connect this computer and laptop together, router and laptop, so you click in here and then you click on the other router, right? So it goes like that. Then once you want to do the configuration, you have to click on the GUI configuration, or you have to click on the CLI configuration. For example, if you want to configure this router now, if you want to turn on, the red one means it is off now. So you click, guys, please don't share email. They will share in your group because it's not possible to send these large size materials in email to everyone. But in case you miss, please send a message on WhatsApp so that you don't miss the materials. Yes, it can be, Eric. Eric says, can packet tracer be downloaded on mobile? Yes, it can be, but it has less functionality. Okay, so IP works on layer 3, MAC address works on layer 2. What is IP address? IP address is a number which is assigned to each router, each switch, each router and each layer 3 device, each computer as well in the topology. Switch works on layer 2. There is no IP address on switch except the management IP address. So it works on layer 3 and it is used for the logical identification. IP addresses are used for the logical division on the global level. IP addresses, you know, they are just like IP and MAC address. There are two types of identities, right? One identity is fixed identity. Just like your MAC address. Okay, Mr. Haswala noted. So there is one type of identity, just like your passport, just like your passport number, let's say, or your ID number. Does that change? Guys, no, it does not change. Once you are born, then you get an ID number or you get a passport number which never changes unless expired, and you get a new ID as well with the same number. Then there are IDs, there are numbers which keep on changing during our whole life. For example, when you go to a class, when you join a school, there is a class which is for, let's say, which is for grade 10. So you join that class, you are assigned a roll number 1, roll number 2, let's say 001, maybe your G001, G002, this kind of roll number. But the day you leave that class, another student comes to your place, and then they also get those roll numbers, roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, and your roll number is finished once you leave, right? So it means these things keep on changing during your whole life. And then these things, these IDs, they don't change, these numbers. IP and MAC address is similar to this one. So MAC address, it never changes. It is hard coded. When a company manufactures a mobile phone, Samsung, then whatever MAC address it has, it will always stay the same. While the IP address keeps on changing, just like your roll number. Wherever you go, you get a new IP address. You are in home, your computer has an IP address, maybe 10.00. Tomorrow you go to your office, you will get a new IP address which will belong to that network, maybe 192.168 something. So clear? IP addresses keep on changing. Let me show you the example of my computer here. Let me go here, CMD, we go to command prompt. In the command prompt, if I type ipconfig/all, we can see that there are two types of addresses. One is called as physical address, means this is my MAC address and it will never change for the whole life of this computer. Today this is 84FDD1, tomorrow it is the same whether I bring this laptop to America, whether I bring to South Africa, Dubai, anywhere, India. Then there is an IP address, there is another address which is called IPv4 address. This is 1.50, maybe tomorrow when we join the training I can show you, might be this one will be 51, 52. Network part will be same, but IP address, the last one will be changing. So it means I always have two types of addresses. One address which keeps on changing, the other address which never changes. So physical address, this one, it always keeps on changing. IP addresses, these ones, physical address, it is fixed, never changes. IP address keep on changing based on the location, wherever network we are. Clear on this point, guys? Any question until here? Please feel free to write in the chat window. I am happy to answer. Also, if I missed any question on the top, you guys can also ask me. You can rewrite, because sometimes there are many questions together and I can miss some of the questions. So it is a number which works on layer 3, which gives us logical division. It can be changed and it is a dotted decimal notation. It is a 32-bit number and it means 2 raised to power 32 is 4.3 billion total IP addresses. Lovely says, what is the meaning of IPv4? Lovely, there are different versions of IP. One version is called as IPv4, another one is called IP version 6. Just like your Windows, some of you are using Windows 7, some are using Windows 10, right? Some are using Windows 8.1, some are using still old Windows XP as well. So these are different versions of Windows. Similarly, in IP addresses, there was an old version which was IPv4, which became old and it was finishing. So we came up with a new 128-bit version, which is called IPv6. So IPv6 is a new version and that one is an old version. Ola Leke says, with what reference does IP change? Based on the network, Ola Leke, when we are configuring the network, then we assign that, okay, my network, for example, this is my home. In my home, I have decided that all IP addresses will belong to 192.168.0.0/24. So it means all computers which will be in my home will belong to this range. The IP addresses will start. The first one will be 192.168.0.1. The second will be 0.2, 0.3, maybe my mobile phone, and the last one will be 255, 192.168.255. Maybe in your office they are using this range. So it changes based on the network. Clear? IP stands for Internet Protocol. Yes. Terence says difference between public and private. Yes, we will go to that one tomorrow, I guess. It is included in that one. So public means you can use on the internet facing devices. Private means within your own network. So we write IP addresses in this format, which is called dotted decimal notation. Means there are numbers and then there are dots in between. How do you allocate IP address to your computer? Yes, we will see in our packet tracer now in the lab. Kevin, so please stay a few minutes. And it is a number which is assigned on layer 2 devices. So we have two devices. One device is called as layer 2 switch and the other device is called as layer 3 router. So switches work on layer 2, routers work on layer 3, and then switches, they create the network, and routers, they connect different networks together, right? MAC address cannot be changed. This is the most important part of the MAC address. It is represented by hexadecimal notation in this format. So there are total 12 hexadecimal digits. Damu says, can a computer work without an IP address? Yes, it can work, but it cannot communicate to other devices. So if you have a laptop or a computer and there is no IP address, yes, of course, you can use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, but you cannot access internet because there is no communication address. So it is a 48-bit number and it gives us 281 trillion addresses and it is written like this, right? So differences between IP and MAC. So differences between IP and no, VPN is different, Eric. VPN is virtual private network that we study in security. It is a separate concept, a private network. IP is separate. So IP address, it is a number which is on each layer 3 device, while MAC address on each layer 2 device. IP address is logical division, while MAC address is on physical layer. IP address can be changed and MAC address cannot be changed. This is the most important thing. IP address is dotted decimal notation, means 1.1.1 means decimal numbers and dots in between, while MAC address is hexadecimal numbers. IP address is 32-bit, MAC address is 48 bits. These are most important questions which interviewers are asking in the interview on the initial level as well. So how does a MAC address table look like? So MAC address tables are found in the switch and we need to run this command. I can run for you, I can show you in our lab as well. Logical and IP address is same as well. So it gives us the coordination between MAC address and port, while IP routing table gives us destination and the next hop as well. So let's do our lab, and then there are home assignments as well, which admin will share with you. You guys have to complete online, just like you did the quiz as well. Then I can answer your questions now about the full training course and all other things which you have been asking. Let's do the lab quickly. So the lab says, also I will give you this lab to do it yourself. I'll just explain how to do it. I want you guys to practice it today. Install Cisco Packet Tracer on your laptops so that you can also do self-study. Even you don't go for the full training course, you guys are able to do self-study. But again, the materials which will be shared with you guys are only the ones which we are studying, not all the materials. All materials are for full training course. But whatever we study today and tomorrow, they are free for everyone. They will be shared with you. Okay. This is about creating topology, not this one. There was another lab about IP and MAC, this one. So all our labs are like this, guys. So there will be a lab PDF manual, which will give you the instructions. I would suggest that you guys print it. So this gives us a topology diagram. Every lab is like this. So if you understand the format, it will be easy. So it gives you the topology diagram, means how it works, and it gives you the task as well. which will be like this: step number 1, step requirement number 2, all the requirements which we want you to do. And then there will be solution. Solution means the answer key. So this tells you step by step: step number 1, go do this one; step number 2, go and do this one; step number 3, what to do. Also guys, please stay. I know I have taken like 15 minutes more. Just give me 10 more minutes. I'll try to wrap up within 10 minutes now. Yes, you can, Carol, you can. All these labs will be shared what we are studying. They are free for everyone. But I was saying not other than these, only these ones. So step number 3, what we need to do, right? So let's do this lab. Let me show you how to do. Task says enable all relevant interfaces. So with PDF manual, you need to open this PKT file, this one, guys. So open, double click on this one. It will open up in Cisco Packet Tracer software. The topology file always opens in Cisco Packet Tracer software, right? Huawei P9 Lite says 192.168 is a common factory IP for a common router. If the router is used, it's so long, brother. Please write shortly so that I can answer quickly. Guys, when you are writing question, please write small question. And also I will unmute you one by one once I finish this one, so that the people who have to leave, they can leave. Who have to do prayer, lunch, dinner, they can leave. And the remaining people who have questions, I will unmute you one by one. I can answer your questions about the full training. I can answer your question about today's lecture. So please stay connected. Don't leave. But let's finish what we agreed already. So this is the lab, guys. The task says step now, all the task is written here again, and then solution you have to follow the PDF guide. Enable all the interfaces on the switch and router FA0/1 0/2, task number 1. So let's do step number 1. I'll do 1-2 steps with you. The remaining I want you guys to do, and then you ask me questions so that you learn as well. So install Packet Tracer and do it yourself, and then ask me questions. Step number 1, enable all interfaces on switch and router FA0/1 0/0 0/2. So how do we do it? We click on this switch. This is the switch, right? Click on the switch, then go to CLI. Let me delete extra portions. Then we click here on the CLI. This is how we operate. We type enable. This is how we operate Cisco routers. We have to type enable and configure terminal always. There is also a separate lab, how to operate a switch and router, very basic lab. If you are not sure, you can go through that one, get the recording from admin as well. That is also free for everyone. So we go here, we have to enable. You can see that before we enable, these ports are red, right? Red means they are shut down. So as soon as I turn them on here, they will turn green. So please pay some attention and please watch. So we go here, we say interface FA0/1. Enter means I enter the FA0/1. Why 0/1? Because this port is 0/1. There are port numbers. So I am working on this port now. Let's do it. Then I say no shutdown. Whatever we want to enable, we just type no in front of that. It means please do not shut down. It means unshut it. Then I press enter. You can see as soon as I press enter, then these ports have turned green. One side is orange, one side is green. And also here it says that line protocol state has changed to up, means the router has come up. That's why they want you to do simulation so that you don't make any mistake. Because if you shut down a port by mistake in the live network, in the original network, then there will be outage, there will be loss to the company. They don't want to do that one. So they want you to have good practice first. Exit, then we turn on the second port, right? You can watch in here, this red port, it will also turn green as soon as I unshut it. I enter interface FA0/2, no shut down, enter. So this has also turned orange, means it's working now. It will become green after some time. So that's all. Step number 1 on the switch. Now let's go to the router. Let's go in here because it is also having the red ports, means we have to turn it on. So we click on the router, click on CLI, enable, configure, terminal, interface FA0/0, no shutdown. You can say as soon as I will press enter, these router ports will turn green. Why? Because I am doing no shutdown here. So I'm trying maximum to explain it in simple words. So we say enter, you can see it has turned green now on the left side. Then exit interface FA0/1, no shutdown. That turned green as well. So that's all. Step number 1 has been finished now. What was step number 1? So step number was saying enable all interfaces on the switch and router. All are green, all are green. So step number 1 is done. Now let's go to step number 2. This one. Assign IP addresses on the PCs and routers interfaces. So what are the IP addresses? IP addresses, you can see they are written here on the router, on the switch. So we need to assign these IP addresses. So let's click on computer number 1, this one. Go to desktop, click on IP configuration. Also guys, all these steps are mentioned here in the PDF manual. So if you go to this PDF manual file, it will tell you step by step, enable all relevant interfaces, no shutdown. Then step number 2, we have to go here, we have to click IP configuration. Step number 3, we have to go here, we have to type. So all the steps, step by step, and these files will be shared with you so that you can practice. I want you to complete this lab and then ask me questions tomorrow, right? So let me show you 1 or 2 more steps, then you do the remaining yourself. Because it's very easy, it's self-explanatory as well. So on the PC1, what is the IP address, guys? Do you see the IP address on PC1? What should be the IP address? Can somebody tell me? Learner says, what is the advantage of the space you give after command? There is nothing required. Maybe I just enter so that I can make a difference and you can see it clearly. There is no advantage. Can anybody write? What is the IP address of computer number 1? What should I type here? Okay, very good. O'Brien Chintu says 10.0.0.1 David Aziele O'Brien. Very good. So it should be 10. Why 10? Kevin also. Sambu also says it is 1 Terence. So it means you guys are understanding. Yes, this is the IP address, guys. So it is written below every computer. So this is the IP address I must mention in here. So let me write 10.0.0.1/8 means 1 time 255, which we discussed in classes as well. That's all. We close. Then we go to computer number 2. We also assign it the IP address. Go to desktop. Thank you guys who answered. David, George, Alberto, Terence. Okay. Go to click on IP configuration. Enter the IP address, which is 10.0.0.2. Thank you, David. Solex. Close. That's all what we have to do. Now, step number 3 says test the connectivity between computer number 1, computer number 2. Means since we assigned them the IP addresses, now from this computer to this side, the ping should be successful. It should be able to send the messages, which is our step number 3. So step number 3, what we have to do? Let me click on the computer. Again, we have to go to command prompt in here. Then we have to type ping 10.0.0.2. Then there is a reply which is coming from the other side. So it means I can send the messages. Yes, ICMP is the protocol for ping, Internet Control Message Protocol. So it means I can ping to the other side. But let's try the same thing with router. Let me try to ping from this side to the other. So if I click here, I click on desktop, command prompt, I try to ping 192.168.0.4. Guys, will it ping or it will fail? Because we have not done any configuration. So of course it is going to fail. So let's see, because I want you guys to do all of that. So it says request timeout. Request timeout, why? Because we did not give the IP addresses. I want you guys to complete that. Then step number 4 says find what is the MAC address of the switch port FA0/1. Then how many MAC address entries are there? So we go to the switch again, and then we type the command exit. Step number 4. This one. So we need to run this command, show MAC address table, so that we can find the MAC address of the FA0/1. So exit, show commands are always running without config. So show MAC dash address dash table. So it is showing us the MAC address table. So what is the MAC address, guys? You can tell me the last digit only. What is the MAC address of FA0/1? Does anyone know? Just write one digit. I will understand that whether you know or not. Last digit. David says it will fail. Yes. Azele says 6. Very good, Azele. David. Timothy says 276. Very good. Very good. You guys are following it. So this is the MAC address FA0/1. The last digit you can tell me. So this is FA0/1 MAC address. That's all what we have to type there as well. So this is the MAC address of the FA0/1. Step number 5 says how many MAC address entries are there in the switch. So what is the answer? How many entries are there, guys? Does anyone know how many entries are there? David says 2. Frank, Latwina, Lerner, O'Brien, Chintu, Ephraim. Anyone else? Also, okay, and Dixon, Timothy, Gary, Richard, York, Daniel. Very good. Yes, there are 2 entries. Entry number 1 is for, because there are 2 ports you can see, FA0/1 and FA0/2. So there are total 2 ports. Techno, Kaidi, Kuriki, Infinix, Epsalo, welcome, and LOT. Okay, very good. Very good. Then step number 6 says how many route entries. So once you complete the step number 2 for router as well, then you will see the routing entries as well. So I want you guys to complete this lab. And if you have any questions, you ask me tomorrow. This is the lab file which you guys have to do.
Thank you, Mr. Arman. So, guys, anyone have any question? This is a break time. So, anyone have any question about class or study materials or anything? So, you can ask me. You can write in the. Okay, bless join. Okay. So many people have sent me message. Say Ali Stephen says, how do I get materials? Say Ali, we will share your study materials into WhatsApp group. Kindly check your WhatsApp group. We will share everything into your WhatsApp group. Okay. So many people have sent me direct message. They are interested in CCNA full course. So yes, guys, we offer CCNA full course. Batch will be starting, our new batch will be starting from 30th September. So it's a very good opportunity. Let me share the course details. So everyone knows already we are Network Box Academy. Saladini, we will share everything into WhatsApp group. Kindly check your WhatsApp messages. So guys, everyone knows we are Network Box Academy. So we offer CCNA full course. And it's a Cisco Certified Network Associate course. Course duration is 3 months, and it's a live instructor classes. Classes will be on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and all our instructors are minimum CCIE level. Okay, and then student will complete their labs, assignment, everything in the remaining days. Okay, so you can, course fee is let me explain. Course fee is $99 because we need proper admin. So it's a very low cost. We will enroll you into the Cisco NetAcad system as well. So you will get discount voucher as well. And you will get certificates from Cisco as well. Okay. So you will get 1 certificate from us and 3 from Cisco as well. Okay. So in the CCNA full 3-month long course, we will study network topologies, OSI and TCP/IP model, IP addresses and its types, infrastructure components and cablings, and network access layer 2 switching, VLAN and trunks, VTP protocols, layer 2 protocols, spanning tree, IP subnetting, and layer 3 routing protocols, static and default routing, OSPF, network services, network protection services. So everything we will discuss in CCNA full 3-month long course. So if anyone interested in CCNA full 3-month long course, kindly write your full WhatsApp number and said, I am interested in full course. So our admin will message you and add you into the premium CCNA WhatsApp group. So you will get all the notification, everything. Okay. People send me direct message, I am interested. Guys, kindly write your full name, full WhatsApp number and said, I am interested in full course. So our admins will contact you and add you into the premium WhatsApp group. And we will enroll you into the Cisco NetAcad system as well. And there is a promotion as well. So with CCNA, you will get Python programming or Linux free of cost. So there is an offer as well. So it's very good opportunity. Sir, course fee is $99. Yes, $99. Actual cost is $299, but there is a promotion. So that's why it's $99, and there is an offer as well with CCNA course. You will get Python programming or Linux free of cost. So if you are interested, kindly share your full WhatsApp number and said, I am interested in full course. So our admins will contact you and add you into the premium CCNA group. Okay, Mark Aman has shared. Thank you. No, you can pay in 2 installments as well. But better to pay one time because this will charge a little bit. So, but you can pay in 2 installments as well.
Okay, guys, so we are doing our lab. I have started the recording, which you guys have been asking, like Deborah, Jesse, Asia. So we are doing this lab, guys. Packet tracer basic lab, create the topology in packet tracer. This is a practical lab which we are doing in Cisco packet tracer. Cisco packet tracer is an official software by Cisco. So all our labs are prepared in this way. They are giving us, we are giving you the lab topology, which is this one, and then there is a task which we have to perform. So the step number 1, The task number 1 was asking create the above topology in the packet tracer. So I have taken the switches and computers and I have created this topology. Let me do it for you because I just started the recording. So I'll do it quickly now, guys, because I just showed you. So we click on the switch, take the switch in here. So this is being recorded for you guys, what you were saying. So don't worry now, okay? Okay, so we take a switch. Let me give them the same number. So we click on the, I'll be a little bit quick because I have already shown you. Let me create a new file. Okay, here we take a switch. Then we take 4 computers. Computer number 1, then we have computer number 2, computer number 3, and computer number, let me delete this extra one. So I am following step number 1, guys. I hope you guys can see on left side in our PDF manual what I am going to do. Then we have to do the cabling. Click on this auto cable. Click on the switch and the router. Switch, sorry, not router. Then switch and computer, and then switch and the computer. So we have created the topology. Let me change the shape a little bit so that you will understand that it's almost. So isn't it the same topology, guys? I hope you know now how to create the topology in Cisco Packet Tracer. Laksan says, is there a difference in the cables? Yes, there is a difference in cables. There are different types of cables which we studied in our last free lecture about console cable. We have this console cable. We also have this kind of straight through. We have cross cable. These are 3 main types of cable, but mainly we use cross and straight. Between similar devices, what we studied last time is cross cable, and between different devices we use the straight through cable. But what I would suggest at initial level, you just choose this automatic cable, so it will automatically detect for you that which type of cable do you need. So which cable is that, guys? Anyone knows? Between a switch and a computer, this solid cable, what is the name? Anyone knows? Yes, it's a straight through cable, Josh, not cross. Solid is straight cable because these are 2 different types of devices. Switch and computer are different types of devices as well. Right? So we have done our step number 1 now. Step number 1 was asking us to create the above topology in Cisco Packet Tracer software. So we have completed our step number 1. This PDF has been shared with you guys already in the group, and also Packet Tracer software has been shared. So I have created the same topology in our Packet Tracer software. Our step number 1 is completed. So let's do our step number 2, which is to create labels on devices as shown in the topology. What are the labels? Labels are these small things which we need to write manually. I just showed you how to do this, but let me repeat with you guys. There is a quiz at the end. There is an online quiz, guys. Don't miss that. So please stay connected. Don't wait for the recording only. Only recording will not be much useful for you. Although it is being recorded now since you guys asked. So admin will share the recording today for this lab into your group. Because we can't record the whole session. It's like 2 hours and then the recording becomes in GBs. Nobody is able to download. Okay, so step number 2, write the label. So we have to click here on the label and write the label. What is the label? It's IP address 10.0.0.1/8. What is /8? /8 is the subnet mask, which we studied last time. And then the gateway is 10.10.0.254. This is our gateway. I hope you guys know about gateway and IP address and subnet mask. Otherwise, if you guys have missed that one, then go to our YouTube channel and there is the recording of the free session, the free class that we conducted last time about free session on the free classes on the subnetting. So go to network walks and here you can find that free lecture, the 2-day free lecture on IP subnetting, this one. So I would recommend that everybody must go through this one if you want to proceed in networking or IT, because there is no way you guys can succeed in IT help desk or anything if you don't know anything about IP addresses, subnet masks. So this is the recording. Please go through that one. It's free for everyone. I have shared in your group just now. Okay, going back to our lab. So we are creating the labels now. This is the first label. Let me just copy and paste. So I can just edit. This is 10.0.0.3. Paste again. So I'm just doing the copy and paste so that I can save up your time. I can see many people have a lot of questions, so I will go through all the questions one by one. Let me just do the lab quickly so this is your homework as well. Today you have to complete this topology, and there is a home assignment as well which you guys have to complete. This is the home assignment link, and this is the quiz link which you guys have to attempt the quiz. Please attempt the quiz online. So this is the quiz, and the quiz goes like this. You have to enter your email address, click on yes, no, whatever you think, and click on the submit button. And then this is the home assignment which you have to do from your home today. Enter your email address here and complete it today. But don't attempt the quiz now. Please wait. I have shared the link, home assignment, so that anybody who loses internet connection, he can save this one, and he can attempt as well. So this is your home assignment for today. Please send it before tomorrow so that if you have any questions, you guys can ask tomorrow. Right? Going back to our lab. So we have completed step number 2 as well. Create the labels. So I have created this label. I just copied the information from here because it was given in our PDF requirement as well. So I have copied this label and this label as well. Clear until here, or any question from anyone, guys? Valentine says okay. Samuel says okay. Uruvashi says okay. Ahmed says okay. Okay, great. It looks like everybody knows. Please save these links. Maybe you will have internet problem and you will lose these links. Admin, please paste these links into the chat window as well. The YouTube link and all the links which I am sharing one by one. Or if any one of you can share into the group, please copy, guys, the attendees. Please copy these links into the chat window as well so that others can also take these ones. Okay, so 2 steps have been done. Now the third step, step number 1 is done. Step number 2 is done as well. So now there is a third step which says assign the IP addresses to the computers as shown in the topology, which means that we have to assign this IP address, which we have written in the form of labels. We have to assign to this computer. This IP and gateway should be assigned to this computer. This one is for computer number 4. This is for computer number 2. And switches don't have IP addresses, so we don't have to do anything. Tomorrow we will do another lab, or today if we are left with the time, so we will do the next lab, which will be about IP addresses and MAC addresses. So in this lab, we are going to do in detail. So please do today's lab properly so that tomorrow you guys are able to configure IP addresses on routers, on switches, and you are able to find the MAC addresses, IP addresses, everything, because that is going to be more detailed. This one is just a basic one because you are just starting today. So tomorrow we are going to learn more. Please join the same time. Okay, so how to assign the IP addresses? Also, guys, there is a solution in this PDF. Each thing which I am doing, each step is also there. Step number 1, what you have to do. Step number 2, what you have to do. Step number 3, everything is there. So when you are doing this lab today, please follow this PDF manual, right? And then step number 5, we have to assign the IP addresses like this, which means we click on the computer, open it, click on desktop, and click on the IP configuration. Everything has been told here, so we just have to click on the IP configuration here. I hope you guys are clear. Let's do it. So what is the IP address of computer number 1? Anybody knows? Asia says share to the group. Guys, you guys can also copy it. Please don't leave everything to the admin. Admin is doing a lot of things. Anybody out of you, can you please copy these links and keep on pasting into the chat window? in WhatsApp group so that it's helpful for the other guys as well. Please help each other, guys. Keep on sharing into the WhatsApp groups. Okay, Josh says, Josh says 10.0.0.1. When Vince Snap says Oluwasegun 01. Only Ismail. Ismail brother, the IP address is this one, 10.0.0.1, not 3. Vince says already very good. Vince Snap, thank you for helping others. So IP address is 10.0.0.1. This IP I am going to place into the, so this IP address should be shared into here, into this IP address, and the gateway should go to the gateway, right? Let me do it quickly. So IP address is, we have to click on static IP because DHCP is automatic, just like in our home Wi-Fi. So we'll study in CCNA in the DHCP lecture in detail, how to go with this DHCP and automatic and wireless LANs when we study the full course. Okay, so 10.0.0.1, subnet mask is 255.255. 8 means 8 bits are 1, which is 255, and the remainings are all 0 out of 32. The gateway is 10.0.0.254. That's all. Close, close. Go to computer number 2, click here, desktop, IP configuration, 10.0.0.2. This is the subnet mask, and 10.0.0. Subnet mask, it is picking up automatically. I didn't give it because it checks the class of the IP address. If it starts with 10, it means it's class A. So it gives the class A IP address. 10.0.0.254, right? Close, close. Computer number 3. Okay, before this one, if I go to how to verify our configuration is correct or incorrect, there is something called ping. So we click on computer number 1 and we click on command prompt. We can try to ping computer number 3. What is the IP of computer number 3? Anybody can tell me? If I want to test the connectivity from here to here, I have to type this IP address 10.0.0.3, right? So I opened computer 1 on my left side, and then ping is a command to test the connectivity 10.0.0.3. So what it says, it will say fail. Anybody knows why is it failing out? Why is it request timeout? Anybody can answer this? Vince says, can you share the cheat sheet on IP? Okay, Vince, but you have to help me. You have to share into the WhatsApp group for others as well. Is it okay, Vince? Or anyone else, guys, please help each other. IP cheat sheet. Okay, I have shared, brother. These are all the study materials on everything. So this is very good for the IP addresses for subnetting. Okay, so Deborah says because PC3 has not been IP address. Very good, yes. Oluwasegun says because IP has not been assigned to computer 3. Very good. Because it's not configured well. User says, Happy says haven't IP address because not the IP is not Godwin. Very good, guys. So it means because this one does not have IP address, we did not configure yet. But if I ping from PC 1 to 2, then yes, we will be because we finished. So let's finish our IP addresses. Let me finish computer number 3 as well. Desktop IP configuration. Yes, so it's blank. 10.0.0.3 and 10.0.0.254. So we keep the gateway. Same. PC4, desktop IP configuration. 10.0.0.4 54 finished. Now if I try to ping from PC1 to PC number 3, will it ping or not? Also back to our tasks. So in the task it was saying assign the IP addresses. This was our task number 3. Hajir, it's a little bit more, so we have reached 36, so we will be having 24 more minutes, brother. Deborah says, yes, it will ping. L1 says it will ping. Happy says, user says. Usama says, yes, it will ping. Kshatriya says, Kishori. Okay. So assign IP addresses. So we have done. So actually the lab has been completed. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. All have been done. We created the topology. We did the labels. We assigned the IP addresses. So all these steps have finished. So let's test the connectivity. Let's try to ping from computer number 1. You guys are saying it must ping. So let's test whether you are saying correct or not to computer number 2. So I will open up computer number 1. I click here. Before it was failing. Or let's try to ping number 2 and number 3 because 3 was failing before. So let's first try to ping number 3. You can see as soon as I am pinging number 3, which was failing before, now it is saying successful and there is a reply. So I am pinging from 1 to 3 and yes, it is successful. Why? Because before there was wrong configuration or no configuration. Now there is configuration. So there is a reply from the other side. So ping is a utility which uses ICMP to make sure that we have the connectivity to the other side. Also, there is a very good study notes on ICMP on ping as well, this one. So we have ICMP part 1 and part 2, which tells you everything that how does IP addresses work, what is the meaning of code number 1, what is the meaning of code number 2. So please go through these study notes as well. Let me share into your group. And also there are very good videos which are linked inside this PDF file, these ones. So click on play video button. This one, it will play you the video as well on our YouTube channel, which shows you in detailed step that how does this ping work. Let me show you quickly. So you click on this button, this one, right? And this is trace route, and then this is the ping as well. So you click on ICMP ping works, and then it brings you to our channel where you can watch this. So it gives you step by, let me turn off the audio. So it gives you step by step that how does ping work when we start from the source and it goes to the destination as well. And then a reply comes back. So in another one, we send it again. So these kind of animations, they are also embedded. All the links are there inside these study materials as well. Let me share these study materials with you guys. But please share into the groups for others as well. Go to command and type ping IP. Yes, that's the one, Godwin, you are right. Asia says, so please may you repeat on how to ping. Okay, Asia, so if you want to ping, let's say from computer number 1 to 3, you just have to mention the destination IP from PC3 to PC4. So we have to type this command, ping and the destination IP. What is the IP? 10.0.0.4. That's all. This is what you have to do. Nothing much. Even on your computer, main computer, you can also ping to the Google 888 or anything. Ismail says, so the switch is plug and play confirm. Yes, Ismail, switches usually have auto configured when they come from the factory. Godwin says the command type, yes, yes, switch is plug and play, yes. And routers, you have to do the configurations. Because switches, they have STP spanning tree and all the basic protocols already running. What is to ping? Robert says. Robert, please write your question. Don't worry to ask again, no problem. I'm happy to answer. Please ask. What is your question? Ping means you want to test the connectivity from, for example, you want to test that whether this computer and this computer, are they talking to each other? Can they share some files to each other? If I am running Zoom here and I am running Zoom here, can they talk to each other? So to make sure that connectivity, we send a test message which is called as ping, P-I-N-G, ping. So you send a test message to this side, you say, hello, are you alive? And then this other side will reply to you, yes, I am alive. So it's like a hello protocol. He says, hello, are you alive? The other side says, hello, just like you say to your neighbor in the morning, right? Ping is a way to test. Clear on this one? Robert and everyone. So guys, this was the lab which we have completed. So all 3 steps have been completed, and yes, the connectivity is also fine. It means our configuration is also 100% correct. This is how you perform each lab. So tomorrow we are going to study the next IP address and MAC address lab. Please do not miss that. And now I will take questions and answers. But before that, please attempt this quiz as well, which I just shared. Admin, please share the quiz link again, or let me copy if admin is busy. Can somebody paste the quiz link here? Guys, please attempt the quiz so that I can unmute you one by one and I can take your questions. This is the quiz link and this is your home assignment as well. Please attempt the quiz, click on the quiz link. Sorry, it's a video. So click on the quiz link here. This is the home assignment and this is the quiz. So here you have to enter your email address and whatever we studied, just click on the yes, no, whatever, and then click on the submit button. It will show you the answers and also you will receive an email in your email address so that you can also check the results. So please go through the quiz and then I can unmute you one by one so we can discuss. You guys can ask the questions and answers. Access to the cheat, Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, I just shared brother into your whatever you asked. But all of them, they come actually when we study CCNA, they come with each of the topic. So this was the lab, guys. Please attempt the quiz.
Thank you, Mr. Arman. So guys, anyone have any question? The Chiru says unmute me. Okay, kindly write your question here, then instructor will unmute you. Thanks very much for the session. Okay. So guys, if anyone interested in CCNA full 3-month long course, kindly write your full WhatsApp number and said I am interested in full course. Okay. So our admin will message you and add you into the premium WhatsApp group. Okay. Guys, if anyone have any question, kindly write in the chat window. So instructor will unmute you and then you can ask question.
Thank you, admin. So guys, anyone has any question, anybody wants to speak up, anybody wants to comment anything, please feel free now. Frank Sulul says, what do you mean when you talk about 2 or layer 3 work? Yeah, okay. So Frank, you can unmute, brother. I can answer you. You can cross question me also. Frank, press the unmute button one time. Frank or anybody wants to speak up? Please press the unmute button. So this is actually about OSI model. So we have multiple layers in OSI model. Let me show here actually on the screen. Okay. So admin, allow me to share my screen. Yeah, can you hear me, brother? Frank?
Yes, yes.
Okay, brother. Frank, what do you do? From which country you are?
I'm doing computer science.
Okay, you are. And from which country?
I'm Tanzania.
Okay, brother. So when we talk about layers, we have OSI model in networking. We have 7 layers in total. You can see on my screen. I will share this document with you also. So please stay with me so that you can cross question also. So here we have 7 layers. Whenever we talk about switches, so we always say that, okay, switches belong to layer 2, that we are talking about layer 2. Let me show you this image actually. This one will clarify the concept. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, brother. So when we say that, okay, layer 2, so layer 2 means data link layer, and the switches, they belong to layer 2. We have two types of devices normally. We have switches and we have routers. So switches, we always say they belong to data link layer, which is layer number 2. And routers belong to layer number 3, which is which is network layer. So this is how it goes. But when we go with the long premium course, then we will study this whole OSI model in detail from scratch. Okay. Clear, brother?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Bachuru says I have a question also. Yes, Bachuru, you can unmute, brother. Victor says
Thank you,
yes.
sir. It was a very interesting course, really, and your instruction was clearly. But my question now is about layer 2 and layer 3 devices.
Sure.
I know managed switches, I think they fall under layer 3, right?
No, both can be managed, both can be unmanaged. Managed and unmanaged is a separate thing. So it could be a layer 3 switch which could be managed. It could be a layer 3 switch unmanaged. It could be a layer 2 switch managed, and it could be a layer 2 switch unmanaged also. But usually layer 3 switches are managed always, not unmanaged, very less to find. So managed means we can modify their configuration, we can manage them. Unmanaged means we cannot modify the configuration, use the default configuration. Layer 2 switches means that they can work on data link layer only, they can work on MAC addresses only. Layer 3 switches means they can work on IP addresses also, they can do the routing. So this
If
type.
if I
Ask.
understand if I understand you clearly, layer 3 switches one can implement VLANs. While layer 2 you can do that, right?
Layer 2 can do VLAN and layer 3 can also do VLAN. VLAN is a layer 2 protocol. But layer 3 switches can also do routing. Layer 2 cannot, because routing belongs to layer 3. So here no routing, layer 2.
Okay. Well
Right.
understood.
So yeah, layer 3 switches, routers are expensive device. So when we have different networks to connect with each other, we need to do routing between them. So at that
Yes.
time, we need to have a layer 3 device, a routing device. So instead of buying this router, because router itself is a big device, expensive device, so we can buy a cheap device called layer 3 switches, which will function as a switch and as a small router. It can do small routing only. So sometime it can serve the purpose in small cost for small network. So this is the difference.
And some access control firewall policies can be implemented with layer 3 switches.
It depends on that which type of switch we have, but usually layer 3 switches, they support these kind of functions.
Okay.
Even
Well
layer
done.
2 switches can also support the MAC ACL, like layer 2 access control list. So we will study about access control list in the full premium courses in detail. If you are joining that course, then we will study all in detail from scratch.
Sure, I will join. Sure.
Okay, brother. Okay. So if you're interested, you can share your number. So admins will
Yes,
guide you about that.
I have done that already.
Okay, brother. Okay. So admin will guide you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you for the good
Yeah.
question, Bachirao. I think when you ask a question, guys, it does not mean you are asking a question. Actually, you are asking on behalf of the whole class. Maybe other people also want to ask. They are shy. They have audio problem. They have, the words are not coming in the mind sometime. So thank you for raising. Anyone else wants to ask a question, or I missed any of your questions? Dennis says you didn't say any about OSPF yet. I show it on the agenda. So, admin, are we going to study tomorrow? Yes, yeah. So tomorrow we will cover it, Dennis. Remember, it's a 2 days course, not 1 day course. So tomorrow we will continue on the same day, and it was a free course, free for everyone. So tomorrow you can join. It was a short course, and then we also offer long premium courses every month. Anytime you are interested now or in future, you guys can join. There is a course, long premium, which is starting by the end of the month. I think admin has shared the dates with you. So thank you for joining today, guys. Anyone else, any more question want to speak up? Otherwise, we can close this session now. And all these study materials will be shared with you guys in your WhatsApp group. If anything missing, and recording will also be shared, but just allow us some time for the recording to be shared. So thank you for joining. Have a nice evening. Okay, say Ali Stephen has raised the hand. Ask to unmute. Say Ali Stephen, you can unmute, brother.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother. From which country? What do you do? Student or working professional?
I'm a professional in networking, especially in I'm actually calling from Nigeria.
Nigeria, welcome. Lagos.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, brother. Yeah, what's the question?
All right. So I'm kind of worried about the way the IP address has been applied to each computer on the packet tracer.
Okay.
Because I'm told, well, I initially had a training where, although I had jobs where I have connected a network over 1,000 computers to switches and routers. And
Okay.
usually we use 192.168.001. But here we are using 10.0.0.0.1. So I would like to know if we have other types of IP address that we use and which are not common to others.
So I didn't get your question fully. Is it a question or comment? So you talk about packet tracer, right? I opened packet tracer. Now let's say we have these computers, right? Let's say these are 1,000 computers which are connected through a switch. Let's draw your topology according to your requirement. So they are connected through a switch, all of them, right? It is like a network. And from here we have a router as well, 2911, let's say, and the switch goes to the router, and router goes to the internet further. Okay, and then this router goes to the internet. Now what is the question? Yes.
The question is, all right, so the switch, okay, I'm assigning IP address to, first of all, the server, we don't have the server here. We need to put the server.
Okay, let me put a server also. Because now we have finished the session, so you can ask question easily, no problem.
Yeah. So on the server, you have to connect the server to the switch.
Yes.
So the server is the IP address that I'm configuring is 192.168.001.
Yes, let's say this is the IP address of server, okay?
Okay, that's what I'm doing. So the others I am connecting to is either or 002 will be for PC2, PC1 rather.
Yeah, what is the IP address of this?
That will be 0.2.
192.168.0. Okay, yes.
In all over.
This is .3. dot 4
Yes, exactly.
dot 5 dot 6. Okay, now
Yes. But on your illustration, you were only using the 10.0001, which
so
I
no
didn't really
problem, no
understand.
problem. We can assign IP addresses, any IP address. It's up to you. If you are a designer of the network, you can assign 10 subnet, you can assign 192 subnet, you can assign 172 subnet. Bichoro wants to add something. Okay, Bichoro, you can join us as well. Let me close the session, say Ali, and I will continue with you. Just give me 1 minute. So guys, if you want to, everyone else, guys, if you want to continue with this is a very useful discussion. He is asking very relevant question, very practical question. So you will learn a lot. But if you are in hurry, because I know the time has already been reached, which we committed. So if you want to leave, you are free to leave. If you want to participate, you can unmute and we can discuss this in detail now. Bachirao, you can also join. So anyone else wants to join the session, you are welcome. Everyone else who wants to leave in hurry, you guys are free to leave. So thank you for joining tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on the same time. But I would suggest to
Thank you.
join this conversation. Okay,
Yes.
Bachirao and Say Ali, you guys
Thank
can.
you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to contribute on I think I got his question. I think he's
Okay.
referring to your internal IP address. This 192.168.0.x is just a decision of you if you want to have an internal IP. I can decide to put my IP address 192.1.2.x. So these are internal IP address.
Yes.
So because the devices have to be on the same IP range in order for them to communicate internally.
Yeah. But what is the question?
His question was that why are you using 10.0.0.1 meanwhile he is used to 192.168.0.
Because I am the designer, I can decide. It's up to me what I choose.
I think it's up to you to choose the type
Yes,
of
we can
IP
choose
to
anything
use
from here. Yeah, let
internally.
me show you. If it was his question, so we can choose anything from here. These three classes. Either we can choose 10.0.0, any IP address between this, or I can choose class B 172.16 up to 31, or I can choose 192.168. So it's up to me. I am the designer of the network. What I want to choose. Similarly, if you are working in Vodafone, in MTN, anywhere, you are the designer of the network. There is one IP designer in every company. So IP designer will choose whatever he wants. But don't choose anything other than this because these are internal networks.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I think because we are used to class C, which is very common.
Yeah. So he thinks that every time it
C.
should be always 192.168, right?
Yes.
No.
Like
You can choose anything. You can choose anything starting from 10, starting from 172 dot anything.
Okay.
Like typical example in my office, my IPs I use class A 10.x.x.
Yes.
In smaller sub office, I use class B.
Let me check here also in my local office network. What I am using is also 192.168.1. Yeah, this subnet. My router is using that. So it's up to the designer what they want to choose. But these three only.
I really understand. Thank you so much. But the second question I'm going to ask.
What was your question? Say, Ali, now you ask.
All right. Eventually, can someone use the three classes of IP if you are being engaged in a massive?
Yes, now I understand your question. Your question is, can we assign some of these computers from 10, some of these computers from 192, and some from 172, right?
Yes, sir.
Like we make three groups. This is what I was thinking also you want to ask.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you want to ask, can we assign them 10.0.0.1/24 and this one 10.0.0.2/24? And this pink network may be 192.168.0.1/24.2/24.3. And then
I
this
think he's talking about VLAN.
Yes. 172.16. I will show you now. 172.168 maybe or .16.0.1/24. Yes, it is possible. But can somebody, Dennis, you can also unmute, brother. Thabang, you can also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you guys are with me. So let me answer and then you guys can cross question. You can also participate. Everyone else, guys, if you want to participate, today's class has finished this pre-course. Tomorrow we will continue on the same time. We are just discussing this practical scenario for Dennis and for Say Ali and for these 4 guys. So you can stay if you want to participate or you want to watch. Okay, so it is possible, but there is a problem, guys. Can somebody tell me what is the problem here? Will this work or not? Let me turn on the router ports so that you don't think that it's a router problem. It's not a router problem. Okay. Now, what is the problem? Can somebody tell me? Tawang, you can stay unmute, no problem. Dennis, Say Ali. Bachir, you
Yes.
can also unmute.
Yes, I'm on.
Yes, brother. Yeah. What's the
Yes.
problem in this
Okay.
topology?
Yeah, can I come in? I want to just suggest a problem.
Yeah, just try. Just try.
Yes, the problem is that first, if we are all of them are on different IP class,
Yeah.
then for them to communicate, we need to first have them. That is, it will be in 3 different VLAN. Each VLAN have its own IP address.
Yes.
And yeah.
So the problem is they will not talk to each other, right?
Yes, due to the IP address.
They won't. Yes, very good. So in this situation, if we just configure IP addresses, they will not talk to each other. Only blue will talk to blue, pink will talk to pink, and green. But between them, we need, because they belong to
But-
different subnets, so we need something now. Either we need a router, we need to configure here inter-VLAN routing. Or either we need to configure VLAN number, let's say 1, here VLAN 2, here VLAN 3, and then configure inter-VLAN routing here. Then they will work. Or what we can do is,
but they can
Yeah,
talk.
sorry.
They can
Yeah.
talk to.
Yeah,
But they
please.
can talk to the server, right?
No, cannot talk to server also. Server is in 172 subnet. Also cannot. So for them to talk, we need to configure inter-VLAN routing. Or what we can do is, there is another solution. So we need to put a switch here. And then this switch should be connected to router directly. Another switch here. And switch should be connected to router directly like this. Only then they will be talking. So can I correct this topology now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, let me draw how it would work in normal situation. I'm not going with inter-VLAN routing. I'm just correcting it. So for example, we put a switch here and then we need to take 2 more switches, go to the market, buy 2 more switches, or just 1 switch is enough here. And then we connect this here, maybe here, this second one here, this third one here, like this. We move it from here, connect to the router, and then take 1 cable and then connect. Yeah. So now this is correct. And even we don't need to configure VLANs also. So they will work without VLANs. Even they are all in VLAN 1, they will still be able to talk. Only we need to go to the router and we need to configure the routing here. So we need to go here and then they will be able to talk to each other. If you want, we can try. So I can just assign an IP address here. Go to here, IP. Clear, guys, everyone?
Yes, we are with you.
Okay. So this kind of questions are very important for your understanding if you want to become a good network engineer. You know, I have seen network engineers in my life who are working, but they don't know, they cannot correct even their house problems. If their internet is down, they are not able to even repair their own internet. So if you can do this kind of work, 192.168.0.1 and /24. So I'm just configuring on one computer and then enable the config GI0/2, turn it on, GI0/1, turn it on. And also we need to give IP address. You know, this is also very important. This router port should have the IP address in the same subnet. Maybe .254 and same subnet also. 255 and then 255.0 and then 0/2 must have IP address 192.168. Will it work now or not, guys? Will we be able to ping from PC1 to PC2 or not? So we go here, terminal, command prompt, and then we ping 192.168.0.1. So it will take some time for the router to establish the ARP, and it would work after that. Clear, guys, until here? That how it works. So if we have different subnets, then it must be having a layer 3 device, either a router or we need to configure VLANs and configure the inter VLAN routing. Okay, so clear, say Ali and everyone, guys, or do you want to ask anything?
Hello, sir.
Yes, brother, yes.
Okay, sir, please, I'm gonna ask you the same question because, we know that IP class A starts from 10 or like from 0 to 10. I mean,
Yes, you're right.
and we know that class B also starts from 1772 and
Like
class
it's written here.
exactly class B2, one exactly 192. Then my question is that, as my brother asked, is like me too, I'm a bit confused. If, for instance, I want to assign an IP address to my
Because I am using classless. I'm not using classful IP subnetting. Let me show you. Number 2, this one. So if we use classful, if we use classful, it means we must use the same subnet which is coming with this class, which means that class A should always have this subnet and class B should have this subnet always. We should not be able. So class A, any IP address should be 8, right? You want to say like this. This
Yes.
one should be 16 and this one should be always 24.
24.
So this is called
Yes.
class full. But
Okay.
we can go with class less also. So there is no problem in putting 10.0.0. Ideally, it should have 8. But I can also do 24. Then this is called as classless. So there are two types of IP subnetting. One is classless,
Okay.
one
Okay.
is classful.
Okay. Say. Hello.
Yes, brother. Yes, I am hearing you.
Okay. In this question, if you want to use classless, unless you yourself you put the subnet mask by yourself after giving the
Manually.
address, you have to go and change the subnet mask
Manually,
right?
yes. In classless, we need to put manually because
It means that
yeah.
it means that classless you cannot use classless as a DXP IP address. I mean the automatic one.
No, it can. It will get the DHCP because on the DHCP we will configure also classless. So we will allow. So in my home, in your home, we are using classless already.
You cannot.
Why? DHCP can allow classless.
Oh,
In our normal day-to-day life, we are using
yes,
classless
yes.
everywhere,
Unless
not
you-
classful. Our normal day we are using classless
Or say,
everywhere, not classful.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So in this question, when in this like when you are going to assign, then you have to assign also the subnet mask manually in DSP
Yes.
so that others computers can get the same classless IP addresses.
Yes. Let me show you. Do you know there is an IP subnet calculator? This one. Have you used this before from Network Box? No? So this
No.
okay. This is a calculator you can try after the class. So this calculator here, you can make your own network, classless network. So which means that you can have a network 10.0.0, right? So if you use a subnet of /30 with this one, so the subnet will become like this 10.0.0. Can you see, or let me make it big? So it will become like 10.0.0/30 and it will give us 4 IP addresses. But if you use /29, so it's also okay, no problem. You can use CIDR, means classless interdomain routing. So this is also okay, but it will give you 8 IP addresses now. Now, if you want 16 IP addresses, you use /28. So like this way, you can keep changing, no problem. Because if you stay with only classful, you don't have any options. You only have 3 type of network, so you cannot design your network properly and wasting so many IP address. Clear,
Okay.
brother, this one? So try this calculator. Let me share this link with you. When you are free, just have a look, and tomorrow you can ask me more
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Okay, sir, I'm done with
So
that one. If my brothers allow me, I would like to ask another question again.
Okay, let's say
go
Ali
ahead.
to confirm. Say Ali, you are clear? Can we move on?
I'm very clear. Thank you so much. But I'm so interested
Okay.
in every aspect of training. So my brother, go ahead and answer the
Okay.
ask the question.
Okay. Thank you, my brother Adi. Thank you very much. Sir, I would like you to come back a little bit the difference between IP version 4 and IP version 6, and why we are always using IP version 4 and we are not using IP version 6.
We are using. We have started using. So some companies, they are making the routers which are giving IP addresses. Even I think my router will also be giving an IP. Let me go here 1 minute. So slowly we are moving towards IP version 6 because at the moment every system is already based on IPv4. So we don't want to rush. So slowly we are moving. But if I go to my network here in my computer, so I think there will be IPv6. Yeah, you can see this Windows version has started supporting IP version 6 also. You see
Okay.
here, it support V4, but still V4 is working good. So nobody wants to move to 6, but slowly people are moving now. So if you
Okay.
want, you can stop IPv4 today and you can click on IPv6 and start using IPv6 if your ISP is giving you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But yes, our computer starts supporting, our mobile phone starts supporting, and I have seen some networks where they are already using IPv6.
Okay. Okay. Sir, the second question is that, like, you explained the difference between a layer 3 switch and layer 2 switch.
Yes.
And then I just want you to give me a clarification explanation about that one, please.
Okay, let me go to the network devices first. So these are all the cheat sheets actually, which we will be using in the long premium courses. And this is for the subnetting. So all the subnet, what is the meaning of /31, /32? I'll be explaining in the premium course in detail. But if you want, I can share these documents now. Okay, so now the difference between switches and routers, right? These layer 3 switches and layer 2 switches. Right, brother?
Yes, sir, please, sir.
So what is the question? What is the difference? This is the question.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
So this switch can do switching. Okay. This can also do switching, which we call as LAN switching.
Okay.
This one can also do routing, layer 3. This one cannot do routing. This is the difference.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, this can do small type of routing also.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, brother. Yes, Thabang, you want to ask? Thabang, you muted by mistake. I think you pressed the unmute button. So press one time, Thabang, one time unmute button and just give it some time. If your network is slow, sometime it takes time to unmute and then meanwhile you press the mute button.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I wanted to understand when we were talking about a layer 2 switch and a layer 3 switch.
Okay.
The way you explained it and the way I read it somewhere, it was saying that layer 2 switches, the access switches, can forward packets. They forward packets based on MAC addresses, and layer 3 switches, they can also forward packets based on layer 3 they can forward packets based on MAC addresses and also based on IP addresses.
Yes,
where
true.
it is the routing.
Yes.
My question here is it possible to ping a computer in Packet Tracer? Is it possible to ping another computer using MAC addresses instead of IP addresses?
No, because ping is on a layer 3 protocol.
Or
Ping
is it
works
like
on layer 3.
All right.
Yeah, VLAN is layer 2 protocol. So that's why OSI model is very important. Let me show you quickly. So you know, where is that OSI model? Let me go back to OSI model. This one. So okay, so here you can see in the OSI model, each layer has some protocols associated with it.
All
Right.
right.
So yes, here on each layer, layer 2, layer 3. So ping, this is ping actually, ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. This is ping actually. So ping belongs to layer 3. So we cannot ping based on layer 2. But there is a protocol same like ping, which works on Cisco, that is called Cisco Discovery Protocol. So through this protocol, we can verify that whether two devices are connected with each other or not,
Okay.
but not like ping. So hey, this is automatic. We keep on sending hello messages on layer 2. Even if they are switches, they will still be able to find each other. So CDP,
Okay.
LLDP, these two protocols we can use on layer 2, but ping works on layer 3.
All right. My second question is, does all routers and switches interfaces, do they have their own MAC addresses? Each port or interface have
Yes.
MAC addresses that is different from other
Yep.
interfaces.
Definitely, yes. So if I leave here on the switch, can you see all the switch port? They have MAC addresses in front of them.
Oh, all right.
And if I leave on router, so they also have a MAC address in the right. If I click, actually it will disappear. So here it will appear. Let me show you again. Not here. Yeah, can you see MAC addresses?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So every port has a MAC address. So whenever a company is making a network equipment like a switch, a router, or maybe mobile phone or laptop, so they buy the MAC address from IANA company and they keep assigning.
All right.
So they have a
Okay.
quota of addresses.
No,
Okay,
thank
brother.
you.
Thank you. Even we can go inside the switch or a router and we can say show interface. Enable show interfaces, and then you can see that this has a MAC address, each port. This
All
is
right.
for port number 1, 0/1. If we go further, 0/2 also has a MAC address. Like this. Okay,
Okay, thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you. So very good questions. I can see Thabang, Sidebe, and who was there, Bichuru. So you guys are very good already. So you must continue studying, and then improve your skills. Anytime you have any questions, you guys can talk to me. So I'll see you tomorrow in remaining classes of
Okay,
this
so
week.
me, I'm really satisfied for today's, course, and thank you very
Welcome.
much.
Thank you, brother. So if you want, you can also join that long course in 3 months in which we study everything in detail with all these materials, labs. We will have enough time.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Thank you. So let's close this session. Admins are sending me messages to close. Actually, we took it too
Okay.
long. So thank you, guys. See you tomorrow on the same time. Have a nice
Okay,
evening.
bye.
Bye. Ask more questions tomorrow. I'll wait for the practical questions so that
Inshallah.
others can
All right,
learn
thank you.
as well. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.